This camp on the border of New Delhi stretches on for kilometers. It has been home to thousands of protesting farmers for nearly 3 months now. Outside, tensions run high as scores of policemen use intimidation tactics to pressurize the protesters to give up their struggle and return to their homes.
They're throwing a lot of these shells and stones at us. The police is behind this. Going back home is not an option. People here are fully committed. We'll go back only when we're dead, and we won't go alive. Either we'll win and go, or we'll die and go.
3 laws aimed at liberalizing and deregulating the country's agricultural sector are at the heart of these protests. At the camp's community center, protesters, both young and old, are determined not to back down.
This is a matter not just for farmers, but for the common man, the urban dweller and other people too. It will affect everyone. The farmers here are fighting as one, for all these people.
This is actually a war for us, but it is a war of ideas.
The camp is equipped with everything required to ensure a long-term stay. That includes portable toilets, medical and laundry facilities, libraries, and an ample amount of food and water. Protesters say they are not here to attack, but to hold their ground until their demands are met.
We are here in peace, we will stay in peace, and we will win in peace. We're not interested in violence because we live in a democracy.
Our Prime Minister is not answering us for anything. He is not answerable. कोई press conference नहीं हो रही है, उनका कोई comment नहीं आ रहा है. They are not even looking at us.
Nearly 60% of Indians are employed in the agriculture sector. Together, they are a politically influential bloc. As the protest continues to grow, the Modi government has offered several concessions to the farmers but is refusing to repeal the laws.
We feel very, very strongly for the farmers. We feel strongly for the 99% of the farmers who are not protesting, and we also feel strongly for the 1% of the farmers who are protesting. Finally, the Modi government has pushed through the reforms that almost all political parties have said should be done. If the farmers want to stick to the existing system, they can, but they now have the new option that they don't have to sell only to the authorized government agent, they can sell to anybody, and everybody has said this will help improve the farmers' income.
While economic experts have praised the reforms, farmers feel disrespected and fear that they will be left at the mercy of large corporations. One of their main concerns is that the laws do not guarantee a minimum support price provided by the government for certain essential crops. For the 86% of Indian farmers who own less than 2 hectares of land, the disappearance of this basic rate could be catastrophic.
We want a minimum support price, because if this goes into the hands of the big corporate houses, then they'll give us any rate they want. I feel so angry. Have I committed a crime by being born into a farming family? This is what I think.
Past experience with agricultural liberalization in certain states have also hurt the farmers. In the state of Bihar, government-run markets were completely shut down in 2006 to open the doors for private players, but there was little investment.
The new laws state that farmers will have more options, that the market will be open, and that they can sell their produce to anyone, anywhere, at the best price. The government had told us the same thing, that we would have more options when they privatized the agriculture sector here. But the opposite happened. Farmers are left with less choice than before. Now, local businessmen quote the price they want to desperate farmers who have no other option but to sell at that rate. Because if they don't, they lose their crops.
The protesting farmers fear that the government will slowly withdraw from the agriculture sector entirely and that markets will close as they have done here.
Farmers used to come here and sell their products, but they no longer do. Now businessmen buy directly from farmers in the villages at very low prices. And then the bigger businessmen sell it on at a higher rate.
Back in his village, Vishwa worries that the laws will destroy what remains of India's farming community.
Many of the farmers here want to stop. And don't talk about their children. They have no future in this industry. No father wants to see his child enter an industry where he has to fight and struggle for his most basic needs.
Anger and resentment is reaching its peak in India's farming community. As protests continue to grow in scale, there seems to be no end in sight.